All right, shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachah HaKodash Shalom Yom. The double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach in one of these last days, and who are the true leaders of the nation of Israel, whether you conceive it or not. I want to give a strong shalom to all the Akim in the four corners of the earth, puts his word in truth and sincerity, making the calling and election sure, making their bodies a living sacrifice. And I want to give a humble salutation to the elected nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, this is Brother Mashal. Come back at you with a quick lesson of the Spirit and the power of Yahweh Bashem Yashai. I want to say the Wadi Yahweh Bashem Yashai for giving the Spirit and having the mercy for allowing me to do this lesson. And, today is the tail end of the Passover, the first day of the Passover, Salakia. And I tried to record this lesson 2 different times, and both times Satan done mess with me. So Lord willing, this maybe go through, and the Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right, but I want to talk about the spiritual leaven. Okay, that we tend to keep around, and what happens is that leaven makes the whole lump worthless. All right, so when you sprinkle a little bit of yeast on a ball of dough, you knead it up, you know what I'm saying? There's no way for you to get that yeast out of it, okay? You got to throw the whole lump away. All right, so this is what we have to do and think about when we're, when we're going about our day-to-day, okay? We got to get rid of that spiritual leaven, okay, in order for us to prosper spiritually. All right, and Yahweh Shai is our Passover now, okay? So we still keep the feast, we still congregate with each other, but through the death and the resurrection of Yahweh Shai, it turned the Passover from more of a physical thing into a spiritual thing. Okay, so now we reverence Yahweh Shai as that sacrificial lamb. Let's go to 1 Peter, the 1st chapter and the 19th verse. It says, but with the precious blood of Hamashiach as a lamb without blemish and without spot. Okay, so Yahweh Shai is that perfect lamb that we needed back in the old after the exodus out of Egypt. Okay, so with this we understand that with the shedding of Yahweh Shai's blood, he gave it came mercy. It brought grace. All right, because we don't know exactly what we're what type of food we're dealing with, right? Now we're supposed to have a lamb of the first year, right? But in actuality, we don't know if that lamb that we're buying and cooking is a year old, is 6 years old, is 10 years old. We don't know, okay, unless you own a farm, right? We don't know if it's a male lamb or a female lamb. We don't know if the lamb was maimed, if it had a bad leg, a missing eye, a cut off ear, a bad heart, anything like that. We don't know that. Okay, so this is why the transition from the physical lamb to Yahweh Shai being the perfect lamb without blemish and without spot. This is the significance of Yahweh Shai. Okay, so this is why the Passover is more spiritual. It's more of a reverence to Yahweh Shai than it was back, out of the exodus out of Egypt. Okay, when we kept the Passover. All right, but we still keep the customs of the lamb. The bitter herbs, eating it with haste. We still do those things. Okay, but we don't miss out on the most important thing is that of the Passover being Yahweh Shai. Okay, Yahweh Shai was the death angel that passed over the houses with the lamb's blood on the door. Okay, so now we're asking Yahweh Shai, and we're doing the things so that way he can put his blood on our spiritual door, so that way he can pass over us during judgment, during the second death. All right, that's what we're praying for, man. We're praying for the mercy of Yahweh Bashem Yashai, man. Okay, so Yahweh Shai is that perfect lamb without spot and without blemish. All right, Let's go to 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians, the 5th chapter and the 6th verse. It says, your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump? Okay, so that's what you know, Paul is getting at. You know, that a little bit of leaven, a little bit of you know, instability, a little bit of false doctrine, throw you all the way off, man. All right, so we don't want that leaven. We want to be spiritually clean. Okay, Yahweh Shai said in Revelation, you know what, let me get it real quick. Revelation 16 and 15, it says, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and do what? And keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. You see, so we keep our garments clean. Okay, so how do we do that? By resisting the leaven, the false doctrines. Okay, resisting the ways of the world. Okay, because that little bit of you know, that little bit of worldly stuff that you do is going make you whole, all the way impure, man. Okay, we have this mercy, this grace to rehearse the righteous acts, meaning we do the things that we can do to prepare ourselves for the coming day. Okay, so we're here to rehearse the righteous acts, meaning, you know, we have the grace and we have the mercy for us to make mistakes, but what do? We try harder the next time, right? So we keep our garments clean, man, as to the best of our ability. And what do we do when if our garments happen to get dirty? We repent and we try harder next time. Okay, this is a you know, a new year. All right, two weeks ago was our new year, man. Okay, so, you know, in the world, you know, we had New Year's resolutions and all that folly. You know what I'm saying? But so now we got to take it as, all right, how much stronger can I get for Yahweh Shai in this new year? How much more am I willing to do to make my calling and election sure? All right, let's go back to that 1 Corinthians. First Corinthians 5 and verse 6, your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump? Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Hamashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. So we're supposed to purge out the old leaven, man. Purge out the old way of thinking. Purge out the old actions that you used to do. All right, purge out the people that you used to hang around with when you felt like you had to do wickedness because of them. All right, because that leaven is gonna leaven the whole lump, man. Just a little bit of leaven. All right, verse 8. I mean, in Slakia too, real quick. You know, in Romans 12, it talks about be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, man. All right, so that renewing of your mind is keeping that leaven away. All right, verse 8, it says, let us therefore keep the feast, not with old leaven, right? Not with the old mindset, right? Neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness. See, Paul is referring to this leaven as a mindset. Okay, a mindset causes you to have malice. A mindset causes you to commit wickedness. All right, but with the unleavened bread, without the leaven of sincerity and truth. You see, so Paul is using dark sayings as to let us know that he's talking about the spirit, the mindset. All right, when we go to let's go to the blue letter and let's get that word leaven.
Strong's G 2219, Zume.
All right, and it says leaven, okay, but the second definition is what we want. It's a metaphor, right? A metaphor of inveterate mental and moral corruption, viewed in its tendency to infect others. Okay, so Paul is using this word leaven as a mental mind state. All right, and morals. Okay, because Yahweh Shah talked about that when he was talking about talking about the Pharisees and Sadducees. Okay, let's look at this word inveterate. Confirms, staunch, having a particular habit, activity, or interest that is long established and unlikely to change. Okay, so it's a metaphor for a confirmed mental and moral corruption. All right, so we see what Paul's talking about. Now we use this time because the Passover is the most important holy day and feast that we have. Okay, so we use that to purge out the old leaven. The what did Paul say? The old leaven of malice and wickedness, right? And we put in the unleavened, all right, of sincerity and the truth. All right, let's go to Mark, and then I'll get that precept. What I was talking about with the Sadducees, and the Pharisees. Mark 2:21. No man also seweth a piece of new cloth on an old garment, else the new piece that filled it up taketh away from the old, and the rent is made worse. All right, so and that goes into you have an old garment. It's kind of the colors kind of faded away. The materials kind of frayed out. Loose ends. You know what I'm saying? Then you try to patch a hole with a brand new piece of cloth, and it's completely it's completely out of sort, man. Okay, it looks odd. Okay, and then it says and the rent is made worse, meaning the tear. So you go to sit down, you done sewed a new piece of cloth on an old garment, right? And you go to sit down, now that hole that you tried to cover up gets a whole lot worse. All right, that's what we do when we still have that old leaven in our mindset. Okay, we're trying to mix the spiritual with the carnal, and it don't work like that. All right, verse 22, and no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine doeth burst the bottles, and the wine is spilled, and the bottles will be marred. But new wine must be put into new bottles. Okay, and the wine represents doctrine or philosophy. All right, so you can't put new doctrine, which is the doctrine of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai said in John the 3rd chapter that we have to come back as a newborn babe. All right, and the characteristics of a baby as it grows, it is learning everything about its surroundings. Okay, so that's why we have to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. All right, so our bodies are those bottles. All right, so if you're trying to put new wine in old bottles, meaning new philosophies, new doctrine into your old body, meaning the corrupt body, right? It's unprofitable. The bottle is gonna break. Okay, and the wine is gonna spill. All right, that heavenly doctrine is not gonna dwell in you. All right, so we get this doctrine, we get this, and we transform ourselves first by our thought process, and then in turn with a new thought process, we treat our bodies better. We start to do the right things. Right? And Let me get this real quick because I had just paraphrased it. Matthew 16 and verse 6. It says, Then Yahushua said unto them, Take heed and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and Sadducees. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, It is because we have taken no bread. Which when Yahushua perceived, he said unto them, O ye of little faith, why reason ye among yourselves, because ye have brought no bread? Do ye not understand? Aslaki, do ye not yet understand? Neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000 and how many baskets he took up? Neither the 7 loaves of the 4,000 and how many baskets he took up? How is it that ye do not understand that I spake it not to you concerning bread, that ye should beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees? Then understood they how that he bade them not be aware of the leaven of bread, but of what? But of the doctrine of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. See, Yahushua referred to this leaven as doctrine. Okay, so when you're mixing a whole bunch of different doctrines and you're trying to put it into your body, that's you putting that leaven, mixing a little bit of leaven into the whole lump, and that lump has to be thrown away. Okay, you can't have the doctrine of great millstone, then you have the doctrine of HOI, then the doctrine of ISUPK, then the doctrine of IUIC, all right, and the doctrine of GOCC. All right, that's a whole bunch of leaven, man. All right, and you're that lump. Okay, so we got to be transformed by the renewing of our mind, man. Get the leaven, which is the wayward doctrine, the false doctrine, all right, out of our minds, man. Okay, because those false doctrines make you believe on your own self, man. You know, there's only one way. Yahushua said in John the 14th chapter that I am the way, the truth, and the life. Okay, so there's only one way, man. There's no way to get around it. All right, and there's one way and there's one truth. All right, you know what? Let's get Proverbs 14 and verse 12. It says, there is a way that seemeth right to a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Okay, so when you have these different doctrines, you know, all those may seem right. Okay, but the end thereof is the way of death, man. All right, so you got to stay away from wayward doctrines, man. You know, camp shopping. You know, still trying to bring Christianity into the truth. Okay, exalting the woman. Trying to save Esau. All right, all those are wayward doctrines that the scriptures refer to as leaven. All right, and let's get you know what? Let's get Proverbs 30 and verse 12. It says, there is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness. See, that's putting old new wine in old bottles, man. Okay, there's a generation. This is this generation, man. All right, because you have a lot of people that swear they're right, man, that believe they're right. And they'll go back and forth with you for days at a time, man, trying to convince you. All right. It says there's a generation that are pure in their own eyes, man. Okay, they don't understand the scriptures. They don't understand the serious, you know, of all, not only all of all the holy days, but the serious of the Passover, man. The most important holy day that we have. Okay, and it says, and yet is not washed away from their filthiness. Okay, you're unfruitful. Okay, this is why the Lord is judging people. The Lord is jacking people up, man. All right, so we thank Yahushua, right, for for his sacrifice. We praise Yahweh Shai for his sacrifice. You know, we understand that now the Passover is a spiritual thing, but we still keep the physical aspects of the Passover, right? But more importantly, it's about, you know, how far have you come? You know, the scriptures say, examine thyself, whether you be in the faith. Okay, you got to examine yourself, man. Do I have extra leaven that I could purge out? Okay, is my way of thinking conducive to the faith of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai? Can I do more to please Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, or am I just doing the bare minimum? Right? Do I believe in the scriptures, or do I believe in myself? Because when you believe in yourself, when you believe that you're right, okay, that's a whole other doctrine. That's still leaven. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, I want to give all honor and glory and infinite worship to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash, La'olam Yom. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I want to say Shabbat Shalom, Kwame Shirala, Ababa Ball, Shalom.